Hello there friends, welcome to DISNEY Dreamlight Valley weekly Reddit review. Let's see what's been going on. 2 weeks until Wishblossom Ranch goes live. Exciting. Subscribe for more DISNEY Dreamlight Valley and let's go. My kid keeps changing the Forgotten's name. Talk to Batman. Okay, Batman is actually a good one. It kind of looks like a Batman. Let's see what other names they had. I was contemplating Joy's level 10 quest and extremely confused about this crossover until I realized it was the current name. Every few days I log on to find my character in a random costume and the Forgotten has a new moniker. I need to know what others there were. Your kid is going to be very popular in high school. Oh man, a bunch of Batman jokes here. That is so good. Batman needs a purple outfit. That's what he needs. We got Lilith Cozy Haven with Halloween Moonlight Bridge. Moonlight. Wait a second. How did you make a bridge like that? Oh my. Using the new fences and double fences. That looks so pretty during the night. First of all, your boy got the fans. Finally, I can make these builds too now. I can replicate all of the most beautiful builds using these fences. But this is just a whole next level. It's so spooky and it looks so realistic. That is beautiful. That is a very nice night scene. This build was created to be viewed during the night. And it does look like a bridge. You literally got a giant body of water that you can cross on this bridge. Only on floating islands this is possible. Oh my god. I hope one day we'll get ability to have bridges in DISNEY Dreamlight Valley. Maybe there's going to be some DLC with a lot of water that will allow us to build custom bridges. That would be absolutely amazing. Can't tell you how glad I am to never have to hunt down this stupid thing again. A red and white striped capybara. Was it really that bad? Is it much worse than any other rare critter? I guess it is. What are the hours? Dear God, I have been waiting to come across this little devil for what feels like eternity. I genuinely don't remember what are the hours for this capybara, but I'm guessing this is like the rare variation of this critter. And I feel like it should have the same windows as any other rare critter, so it should be available on one specific day for like 12 hours, I think. So I wonder what makes this one more difficult. Let me know in the comments. Dasha and Pixeland, Victorian Plaza Station. You know what? I feel like my life can be divided into two parts, two main parts. Part number one, the sad part, is before I got the fence, and the second part, a happy life after I got the fence. So in my previous life, whenever I see an incredible build using the fence, it makes me sad. It makes me jealous because I don't have a fence. But now in my new era of life, I see these builds and I'm like, this is wonderful. I feel so alive because I know that if I wanted to, I could make this build as well. Not that I'm going to. I'm not just gonna straight up steal your build. But if for some reason I wanted to, I could. Guys, let me tell you, the life after the fence is so much better. So I hope you get the fence very soon. I love how people make beautiful water features inside their cities. That is just such a cool idea. I feel like builds like these are only possible on floating islands though, because they are huge and they're square without anything in the middle, like lakes, bridges, all that garbage, to basically limit the area where you can build. On a floating island, you can make all of this happen, but in real biomes, like, where can I possibly have a body of water with a bridge? Wait, I'm stupid. This is Plaza. This is literally Plaza. You have water on the sides near the... No! You did it in Plaza! You made me look dumb. This is literally the stairs to the Plaza, isn't it? And this is the... yes, it is. Well, now I have to redo my Plaza. Thank you for that. Maybe next year. Definitely gonna work on my DLC builds next year, though. I just realized the Mermaid cupcakes in the game are actually cupcakes you can get at the resort. Okay, not gonna lie, the game version looks much better. Where are the sparkles? What is this? Fix the bugs, DISNEY Dreamlight Valley. This cupcake has no sparkles. Unacceptable. But seriously, it looks much better in the game. It doesn't look bad, but it's definitely not the same. I hope it's delicious. I'm so mad at these night shards. You're not the only one. It's actually one of the very requested features from Gameloft to give us a way to use the night shards for something useful. Right now, the only thing you can use them for is to make purified night shards, which, to be fair, are the best thing you can use to level up characters. It gives the most amount of experience out of pretty much anything in the game if you just gift it to a character. But it also requires dream shards, which most people do not complain about having too much of. So the other solution to this, and I think the most obvious solution, would be to allow us to craft onyx with these shards, because we can do the other way around. We can turn onyx into the night shards, which, let's be honest, nobody does. It just doesn't make sense. But the other way around makes a lot of sense, because we always need more onyx for mining potions, but we always have not enough of it, but we also always have too much of night shards. That would be perfect solution. Gameloft, let us convert night shards into onyx, please. I'm happy with how the dress turned out. I do like it too. Very nice. And you matched it into the area as well. Yeah, that's a nice looking Touch of Magic dress. It's been so long since I've made a Touch of Magic design. After I'm finished decorating my valley, I think I'll do a Touch of Magic dress. I just miss it. It's fun. It's fun creating dresses, but it does take a while, and the tool is pretty outdated. I was hoping Disney Dreamlight Valley would introduce some kind of an update to Touch of Magic tool to make it better, to make it easier to use, to give us more precise control. But so far, I don't think it's gonna happen. I feel like not that many people actually use Touch of Magic, which is a shame. I feel like it could be a very nice tool. I feel like one way they can make Touch of Magic more popular is to allow it in Dream Snaps, but I don't think that's gonna happen as well, because the people who do use Touch of Magic and are good at it and have time to tinker with it, they're definitely gonna dominate Dream Snaps if that's allowed. But maybe a separate competition, a smaller one, just for Touch of Magic. I think that would be interesting. Pumpkins. OMG. What is so OMG about the pumpkins? Let's see. Second shot. Oh, somebody just discovered the power of pumpkins for the first time. When you all said pumpkins make a lot of money, I didn't think it made this much money. I spent roughly 10k to buy 100 pumpkins and then earned 271k back, because I utilized the max gardening villager and 2 max veggie companions, rabbits, and I'm utterly shocked that I planted 100 and I got 409 back. That is incredible. And you only have 1 gardening villager, or actually from the amount that you have, I'm gonna guess you have way more than 1, but the more you have, the more this bonus is going to be. So I highly recommend, if you are planning to make lots and lots of money, which honestly, you are super excited about it now, you're gonna make millions upon millions, but then at some point you're gonna be, this is enough. I don't need more money. I know it sounds ridiculous. For me, that moment was when I got 100 million. Well, granted, most of it I've made from cooking, not pumpkins, but I feel like the feeling is the same. Once you get to a ridiculous number like that, you start feeling like, I don't want to grow another pumpkin ever again. And then it might become awkward because you're going to have a full village of farmers and don't want to do any more farming. So that's why I wouldn't recommend turning everybody into farmer. I would just spread my professions around a little bit. Unless you are willing to grind for those training manuals, then it's a whole separate story. But congratulations! Enjoy the money, get all of this stuff in the Scrooge shop, and hopefully you get something good to actually spend these coins on. 16 days to go. Can the days go faster? But they just did! 13 days to go. How about that? I just skipped time. Almost like it's a time-bending DLC. Less than 2 weeks left until the DLC comes out. We get the whole thing right away. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna have 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks or is it 3 weeks? I think it's 2 weeks before the main update. 2 weeks to explore and enjoy DLC. Then we're gonna have another update. Then all the holidays. It's gonna be some busy time, but I'm looking forward to it. there's going to be so many new things to explore. We're definitely going to need more than 2 weeks, but I'm glad they're separating the releases of the main updates and DLC updates, and also giving us the whole thing at once so we can complete it at our own pace. Great job, Game Loft. I cannot wait. I hope there's not many bugs. Well, this will take a bit. Wow, this is the first time ever I see somebody post about the Minis quest and not cursing her out at being super upset about how much you need to grind. It's just gonna take a bit. That's a very good attitude. That's a very good way to look at it. So, if you haven't unlocked Scar yet, if you haven't done the Sunlit Plateau quest yet, I recommend you do it now, because you will gain access to potions. And potions are going to make this so much easier, especially the clay part. You can literally get all this clay, probably from one potion just digging in the Glade of Trust. So, and mining potions can make it easier to farm iron and stone. I say go for it. Mining potions are going to be your friend. I'd rather be adopted by Gothel than to do one boutique challenge. Are we kidding right now? Is this a troll? There is no way this is real. You cannot possibly be complaining about doing one Daisy Boutique challenge in the entire star path. There has to be some joke inside there, right? Also, I feel like getting adopted by Gothel, that is like you cannot get much more nasty than this. It's basically one of the worst fates you could probably have in Disney Dreamlight Valley, and you would rather have that than complete one Daisy Boutique challenge that takes, at worst, if you haven't ever touched Daisy's store, if you have completely empty podium, it will take, at worst, 2 minutes to set it up to have the tags that she's asking for. But if you have done your setup before, if you just keep adding your items as you're completing the quests, at some point you're going to get to the point where you're just going to auto-complete every challenge, making it take 15 seconds. I genuinely do not understand how many people agree with this. But at this point, I hardly ever have to add anything. I just never remove items once I'm done. This is the way! This is the way. Plus, doing Daisy's challenges is a good way to earn her coins, so you can get yourself some nice Touch of Magic blank items. But if you're not into Touch of Magic, it probably doesn't matter. But honestly, we used to have like 12 of these Daisy challenges in every star path. Now we have 1, and people are still complaining. This is blowing my mind. The only explanation I have is that maybe it's a very new person, and they just don't know how it works. I do have a whole tutorial on how the Daisy boutique works. It's literally very easy. You just come to her, you ask her, what is the current challenge? Then you take a screenshot or write down all of the tags she's asking for, or actually you don't have to do that. If you go to your Daisy store and go into the furniture mode, you will see everything that she requires. And then you just simply place one item, at least one of each tag that she's asking for both outfits and furniture. For outfits, you need to place mannequins. You can place as many as you can. I think the limit is like 15 or something. So that you're not even gonna need that much. I think you can literally have 4 or 5 mannequins to cover basically every single tag there is in the game. But once again, if you don't want to set it up all at once, just keep adding items that are missing, keep adding tags that are missing, and then at some point you're gonna end up with literally every single tag on podium, and you're gonna be completing these challenges like this. Fingers crossed. I really hope Deluxe Edition is able to be purchased this time, because with the Veil, it was never on the PlayStation Store for me, and I couldn't get Baby Pegasus or the house skin. Really, I thought they fixed it at some point. I think there was like an issue in the first day or so, but I think they fixed it after that. But I'm not sure. I don't have PlayStation, but I do hope that this launch goes without a hitch, that it's as good as everybody thinks it is, or even better. And Sven looks adorable. I cannot wait to ride him. I'm probably gonna ride him more than any other horse. I just love Sven as a character. I'm starting to make some ugly Christmas sweaters, and this is my first one. By Dreamlight, Anya, okay. So first of all, this concept is very new to me. I'm from Ukraine, and what people here call ugly sweaters is basically regular sweaters for me. So I never understood why they were called ugly, because they they actually usually look really good and very creative. How is this ugly? Come on, this is beautiful, Anya. Come on, this is not ugly. If you want to make an ugly one, you should put Mother Gothel's face on the front of it. That's the only way. We got Tasha and Pixelland. Christmas Tree Farm. Oh my god, these baths look so perfect. I cannot believe how good the contrast is of this brown bath on the white. This is great. This is exactly what I need for my Frosted Heights. I don't have many items left, so I'm just gonna make the whole thing just covered in a bunch of these squiggly paths. A couple trees around, maybe a fence or two, and a couple large items. That's it. My whole Frosted Heights is gonna have like 100 items. It is possible. I'm just gonna have to cut down the corners somewhere. It's either gonna be Frosted Heights or it's gonna be Sunlit Plateau because I have big plans for my forest. So we'll see, but yeah, this looks amazing. I'm probably gonna wait for the next main update in December to decorate Frosted Heights because I kind of want to see if we get any cool winter items that I can use there. But yeah, next, after we finish in Glade, next is gonna be Forest of Valor. And after that, probably Sunlit Plateau, if I have time until the next update. We'll see how much time the storybook the Wishblossom Ranch is gonna take. I love these paths. Also, the way you put the rocks and the little cobble on it. This is very creative. Well done, Tasha. Alright guys, on this note, we're gonna end this Reddit review. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for watching. That's true. We have less than 2 weeks left for this year's DLC, and it's gonna be incredible. It's the most anticipated... Well, maybe not the most anticipated DLC, but it's definitely the most hyped up. And it's the first time when we're getting the whole thing. And it's the first time when we literally know pretty much everything about it. Usually, they do save a character or a biome or a critter or something as a surprise for the release. But this time, I feel like we know everything, except the crops. But I'm still excited. The horses seems like absolutely game-changing mechanic. And I couldn't wait to ride one. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.
Oh, nice day we're having, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. Woohoo!
Amazing. Gotta tell you, it is really beautiful here. Hey, nice to see you.
Oh, hello.
Are you seeing this?
Oh.